Wow! I hope you all got a fright. When last did you do something joyful? When last did you put on some glasses and wiggle yourself and scream on top of your lungs, I am amazing? When last did you bring joy into your life? When last did were you so happy when somebody have given you a button? And I cannot stop pressing my buttons. I love my buttons. Listen, when last did you do something for yourself?
That was easy.
It is easy to make yourself joyful. It's easy to bring happiness in your life. It's a choice. It's a choice. So
That was easy.
I hope I can inspire anyone today. My beautiful ladies and gentlemen, inspire you to be joyful. And I've got guests from the UK. I am in South Africa, from the UK, from Australia, from the USA. And I've got guests that is going to blow your socks off. And we can tell you all about joy. Joy is a choice. What is going to be your choice? I will say having pockets of happiness and joy every day. That is the spice of life. Ooh, ooh. And you can see I love dancing. I have another dancing queen on here. Actual fact, I've got three dancing queens on here. And if I may say, my gentleman, Ben, is a dancing or movement king. I didn't see him dance. Okay, that's a different story. I didn't see him dance, but he can move. So how will you bring joy into your life? I'm going to play my beautiful sponsors video, Jose Escobar. And after the video, all my guests is going to be in studio. And are you ready? Are you ready to have a joyful session today? Our session's title is Boundless Bliss. I am so excited. I cannot hide it. Here we go.
Is Jose Escobar. I live in Washington, D.C. area. I'm a family man. I'm an entrepreneur, coach, author, and speaker. I have communities. I support people. I'm a servant leader, and the list goes on. And I'm primarily the CEO of the Connected Leaders Academy. That's my bread and butter. That's my core offer, right? That's where I put most of my time and energy. And the Connected Leaders Academy is a growing community. It's a tribe of some of the highest level entrepreneurs from all over the world. We're now over 350 plus members, 42 states across the US, and 17 international countries. If you're an entrepreneur out there that's looking to grow personally and professionally, scale your influence, develop your skill sets, move the needle in your business, more money, more clients, right? This is the community for you.
Hello, my beautiful ones. I just saw my beautiful Mary, and I do see she just went off camera again. So I will have to put her in the back studio until the camera comes on. But my beautiful guest, you are here. You are here. I am over the moon, over the moon to have all of you. So if I can start with my beautiful Dar, can you please introduce yourself, Dar, and tell us what joy means for you?
Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm very honored to be here today. My name is Dar Geiger, and I am an author and a joyologist. And I teach people how to embrace life while they're going through trials, which we all do. So there's nothing better than knowing that while you're going through trials, it's going to be rough, that you're not alone. And that's what happened for me with my experience in losing two soulmates, having breast cancer, and conquering addictions. So my story is based on those experiences and how I found a power greater than myself, which I choose to call Jesus Christ, as my partner. And that's where my true joy giver is, and where my true joy comes from. And I've been praying about all of this past week, about joy and bliss and those kinds of adjectives. And it's very personal for everybody. And I know that. True joy isn't based on circumstances, though. It's based on a relationship. There's many other definitions of joy that we get from, I get anyway, I'll speak personally, from laughing, being with people and friends and family, playing games, singing, dancing, music. Playing music is really ministers to me. Something that I just did this past week that was an amazing experience is I went to an ukulele class and starting to learn how to play an ukulele. Okay. Okay. And that's it. Ta-da!
No, that's amazing, my beautiful daughter, because I saw the ukulele when I visited you, and you went for a class, and I just wanted to give you a hand clap because you decided you want to learn to play it, and that's amazing. And my beautiful daughter, you are amazing. Thank you so much for being in my life. My beautiful Andrea, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what joy means for you?
Yes, thank you, Sanet, for having me. It's always a privilege and pleasure. And you know, I am a sparkle of joy because I believe joy is a journey of your own. Joy, journey of your own. And it's really important. So I am a certified global motivational speaker, alumna of Les Brown, international author, as well as the host of my podcast, Unleashing Champion Within, and the founder of Bringing the World Together. What brings me joy parallels to what Sanet and Dar are talking about. Music, that universal language of just getting up and raising your frequency and getting that vibe. Now, everybody who knows me, I get on the dance floor any possible, and I don't stop until it stops. So it's an honor, privilege to be here. Find your own journey. Find your own joy by using the acronym JOY, journey of your own. Back to you. Thank you for having me.
I love a journey of your own. Wow, Michael, you are so inspirational. And I can remember clearly it was my birthday. Well, it was actually a day before my birthday. And you sent me a song while you were on a retreat. You sent me a video of you dancing on my forever song, Walking on Sunshine. And I cried that day. It was so beautiful. And you were going. I love it because sometimes people are too scared to really move their body to dance because they are so scared people will see. Don't worry about the people. Just go with it. Just move the body. So I love that. Thank you so. And you've got moves, girl. You've got real moves. That salsa, it was like amazing. Thank you, my beautiful Andrea.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. My beautiful Ben, can you please introduce yourself and tell us what joy means for you?
Gosh, what does joy mean for me? Well, first of all, I'm a life coach for men, and I have worked with thousands of men now across the world. And I think the space in which we as a collective get the most joy is in having the opportunity to drop the mask, our man mask, and actually get the chance to connect, get rid of the rules that we've been given as men, and really tell the other individuals in the room how we feel. That's often quite a daunting process for us men, is the permission giving to ourselves of actually, am I willing to be vulnerable enough to tell these random men who I don't know how I really feel. But I run these, I got goosebumps on my skin as we speak. I run these events called Men's Days, and there's breath work, there's ice baths, there's hit sessions, there's sound, like there's the works. But the feedback always comes the same. And it's, I love the ice baths, I love the breath work, I loved all those things. But the thing that surprised me the most was just sitting in a circle with a bunch of men and just speaking. And it's because in that moment where permission is given and it's completely safe, hearts are connecting because you've overcome one of the greatest walls in the world, which is the wall of toxic masculinity sometimes, and many other, things that hold us back. So I would definitely say joy part for me, number one, is connecting, especially with men. Number two, I got to agree with you, Andrea, like dancing. I bloody love dancing. Sober dancing, I would say if there's one thing that's fundamentally altered the course of my life, it was accidentally happening upon a sober rave where I got to dance without any substance, no alcohol, no nothing. And as a 19-year-old at the time, my life could have gone that way, and it was like, wow, no, this is the way we're going. And to be able to move, you said something like to be able to move without restriction. I think it was you, Sanet. Like, I think men are very restricted in their bodies. They're strong, but they're restricted. And I think that, for me, is one of the most amazing things, is just to be unrestricted in movement. And here comes my dog. Sorry, that's me.
It's okay. That is love, and let the dog be part of the show because your dog is part of your life. So continue, my beautiful babe.
Well, no, that's it. I mean, dogs as well. Dogs, another joy. Times 3. Connection, dance, and dogs. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, my beautiful Ben. So I just wanted to tell you a short story, and then I will continue. And there's something Ben said, and I felt prompt to tell the story. And I know Dar knows the story, but I normally, when I have a coffee chat, I will ask you what is your favorite song or your forever song, and then as soon as we on the coffee chat or on the screen, I will ask you, will you have a dance with me? So I had only 4 people that didn't want to dance with me, and that was okay. It was their choice. But there was a 5th gentleman that said, no, he doesn't dance, he don't want to dance. And I just got this prompt from God to say, Sanet, don't give up on him. Go for it. Just push him. And you must be very careful to push a gentleman to dance because normally they're quite reserved. So I told the gentleman, I said, you've got such an amazing song. Close your eyes and just move with the song. That's all you do. You close your eyes and you move. He closed his eyes, and I have his permission to. I've asked him, if I ever need to tell your story, have I your permission? And he said yes. So I know I'm not going to call names, but I have his permission. And he closes his eyes, and he was like a stick man, like this. And God just give me another notch and say, no, there's more to this. And then I asked him to stop. I stopped. Alexa. I cannot say her name, otherwise she will. Maybe I must unplug her first. I said to Alexa, stop. And I said to him, can you please stand? And then close your eyes and dance if you don't have it tomorrow. First of all, he looked at me very shocked. And I said, just trust me. You don't know what is going to happen. Just trust me. And he said to me, and I will never forget, Sanet, for you, I will kill a bull. It was a funny thing because I know in Spain, they say, for you, I kill a bull. I said, okay, you can, but not now. We're going to quickly do this. And he closed his eyes. And my beautiful guests and my beautiful viewers and my Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite heroes, that man started to move gracefully, beautifully. The music took him, get under his skin, and he started to cry out of here and here. I never saw tears coming to us. That was for me a miracle. 1 week later, his wife phoned me on Messenger and said, what did you do with my husband? He is from a grizzly to a teddy bear. And 3 months later, they phoned me because I went for their first dancing lesson. And I remember clearly when I told Dar the story, she said, "Oh, it's all God. It's not a coincidence, it's a God incident that God have orchestrated him to be in front of me." So yes, thank you for letting me share that story, Ben, after what you have mentioned. So my beautiful Dor, I am going to bring in Mary and see if she is now on camera, and then I'm going to continue to you. So let me just bring her in. Oh, there you
Oh my
are,
gosh.
my beautiful Mary. I'm going to come to you in a few seconds. I, I'm going to come to you in a few seconds. My beautiful Dar, do you have a tip or two that you can give somebody, the viewers out there, to find joy, their own kind of joy? Do you have something that you can bestow on them?
Oh, absolutely. First of all, we all have our phones, so we have apps and things like that, and you can look up things to laugh about on your phone just by yourself. Um, find something that suits you that makes you laugh. But music, I think, also brings joy. So if you play your favorite music, it can get you pumped. And we talked about the dancing, and I'm a total dancer as well. So there's a variety of things to do. Singing a song just by yourself. Plus, you don't know this, but there's a scientific proof that laughing by yourself, your brain doesn't know that it's fake or if it's real, but your brain gets the benefits of the sorbitins and the endorphins, which gives you a feeling of well-being. So you could go around in your house by yourself and just go, and it will create chemicals in your brain that give you a feeling of well-being. So that's a real quick fix.
I love it. And we're going to come to the laughing part in the next round when we come past. So, my beautiful Andrea, can you please tell us if you've got a tip for the viewer, a tip or two to bring joy into their lives?
Yes, as Ben had mentioned, nature.
Mm.
Nature is the beauty of everything because you can find the essence of beauty in nature. Put your feet into the grass. Get connected with the nature outside, whether that be the plants, the flowers, or even the nature within our own homes, our pets. They bring us unconditional love. I have had several fur babies and dogs that have just brought me joy, unconditional love. So the next time you are sparking joy, looking for something for you to smile, first, quick 3 seconds is say the word happy. You can't say the word happy without smiling. And then next, go into nature. Go into the organic roots of your community, your environment, whether that's putting your feet on the ground, putting your toes in the water, or hugging that pet of yours unconditionally and just feeling the energy of vibrations of pure joy. Back to you.
I love it. And I have to put on my glasses because you said you can say the word happy. And you cannot be unhappy when you say happy. Happy. I love it. I love it. So I am gonna go to Ben and ask him for the tips. And after that, I will be coming to you, Mary, to introduce yourself. And then also if you can give us a tip or two. So my beautiful Ben, can you please bestow on the viewers a tip or two to bring joy in their life?
I feel like the most appropriate tip for me as a man and for, well, I mean, those who I work with is just not to take yourself so seriously. Um, one of the things that I do, which I feel is fundamental to my relationship with my wife, is sometimes we just play and we talk in a language that is by no means English. We wrestle, we play pranks on each other, we have food wars. On my Instagram, I have a little highlight reel saying couples therapy, and it's literally just me playing pranks or us playing pranks on each other. And ultimately, it's to no gain, in quote unquote the productive life, and but it's so light giving in that it makes me feel like I can tackle my day. Because I think if I were to zoom out, and if we were all to zoom out a lot, we'd realize that we're just a speck of dust flying in millions of miles an hour on a continuum of time, and we matter. We don't matter, and so to take ourselves so seriously when ultimately we don't matter, in the greater schemes of things, like just find joy in being silly, like play, like it's one of the most amazing devices for us to expand our awareness in life, and I just think that not taking ourselves seriously and being silly, yeah, it's such a formula for a happy life, personally.
Wow, I love it. And my husband is 60 this year, and I love to run behind him and start to tickle him. And we are married for 34 years,
Good.
and he loves to do a prank on me or give me a fright. And I was like, my husband, you will let me get a heart attack. Then we laugh. But I heard him coming, so I know he was coming. So it's just playing. So how amazing! I love that, Ben. And please keep on doing that until you very old. Very young at age, if I can call that the term. So, my beautiful Mary, I am so happy you could come through. I know you went in, out, but you are here. So, first of all, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're from. And then you can tell us if you've got a few tips to bring joy into your life. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for your patience with me. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties. My name is Mary Robinson, and I am from Nebraska. In fact, Dar and I live close to each other, and we get to get together every once in a while. So it's really wonderful. I am a teacher of the visually impaired, and I've done that for the majority of my adult career. And then I also am an author of Seed, Stem, Bloom, Lessons from My Faith-Led Journey Through Cancer. I have had acute myeloid leukemia 2 times, and I had a stem cell transplant in 2017. And I witnessed so many miracles along the way and had so many blessings. And when I was writing about it to tell people about my journey, I was told I should write a book. So that's where that all came in. And my perspective on life has completely changed since then, but also I always looked for the positive in any situation. And I know it's pretty hard to see sometimes when you're going through some trials, but like I told myself to see the can in cancer the whole time. And yeah, I cried. Yes, I had my moments, but I needed to have my eye on the prize, and I wanted to make it through. So I think for me to find joy in life, gosh, Dar said it, dancing. I love dancing. I think Andrea mentioned it. I love nature. And maybe Ben said that too. To tie into some of that, I also relied on comedy movies. Like when I couldn't move very much and I was recovering, I needed to find something that made me laugh, because laughter is the best medicine. We all know that. And just being around friends and family and those that I love. And that's pretty plain, but you guys have said so many great things. So.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, my beautiful Mary. So I'm going to go back to Dar. So, Dar, you have embarked on something so miraculous, so special. Can you please tell us what are you? You have a job change on your Facebook page, and you are such an inspiration to the Diamond Beauties. Please tell us, what new job have you got that you are bestowing on other people?
Well, I'm a certified laughter trainer, specialist in laughter. And so I took training. I took training and learned the benefits scientifically, the physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, the benefits of laughter for our bodies, our minds, and our souls.
Wow. And can I just tell you, you have done a session for the Diamond Beauties, and we absolutely love it. And your imagination is like so amazing. I remember when you said let us see who is jumping the highest. And all of us were trying to jump the highest. Doing this laughter session and also helping other people to get that sense of happiness. How did it make you feel?
Well, it's very inspiring to know that. Well, first of all, I know that the joy of the Lord is my strength, and if I can be a conduit of His love and His joy, and how He values every single human being that He created, we all have great value. Then for me to be a conduit to spread His love and His joy to other people is humbling, definitely humbling, and also an honor. One day at a time, have purpose. It gives me purpose, and so I guess I can't say anything more about that other than it's just an honor. Yeah.
That is amazing, and you are amazing. My beautiful Andrea, if I can ask you, you are bringing the world together. And I was also privileged to be part of a session. I have met the 5 people that you invite. So 4 and me were 5. Dr. Stan is amazing. He came to my shows quite a few times. Helena is part of my Diamond Beauty experts. So those 2 connected very closely with me. How do you feel putting the people combinations together and inspiring the world with your putting the world together? Because it's truly a unique way of dealing and making the world a better place.
Yes. So, for those of you who don't know, I come from a multicultural family. I don't like using diverse or inclusive. It's very raw. I'm very particular with about my vocabulary. So, I came from Colombia, South America during the cartel, and my parents put me up for adoption for a better chance at life because I was born during the war torn drug zone era at its prime. And I was welcomed in open arms with my Americanized family of Italian Irish descent, and family was their passion. But through the years, as chapters go on, people have lost, they moved away. I lost my mother in 2007, and I've never met my biological parents. So, what sparks me joy is family, bringing people together, letting the world know that you are not alone. Look at this panel here. We're from all different regions. But if you look at the lineage, as Ben says, and you zoom out and you spotlight the laughter moments, as Dar has mentioned, and the family and friends of significance that Mary had mentioned before. As you know, Sanet, we are butterflies. We transform in life. So it's about significance of across the waters and across the borders. I have found my global tribe in both Asia, Africa, Australia, Europe, North and South America. When we find and look through the lens of humanity, that to love another person is to see the face of God, to know that your areas of improvement is someone else's strengths, and vice versa, you create that symbiotic relationship. So, to find joy, ladies and gentlemen, follow your heart, not the hurt nor the herd, for success and joyfulness are on the other side. And what makes it different between joy and happiness? Happiness is temporary. Joyfulness is found in the boundful bliss of life. Back to you.
Wow. Your voice is like music. Your words is incredible. And that's always what I loved about you. You put a situation, any situation or topic in such a beautiful frame of words, and you always incorporate the whole discussion or the whole audience as well. You, my girl, is truly amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. My beautiful Ben, I wanted to ask you something about the men's group. I wanted to find out how long have you been doing that, and what was your biggest success, or successes if you want to name a global success. But I would love to find out. I'm so sorry, Ben. Let me just unmute you quickly. Just give me 1 second. There you are.
So just to clarify, the question is, how long have I been running men's groups and what's been the greatest success?
Yes.
Is that right? Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've been running men's groups now since, well, just after COVID. So call it, 2.5 years-ish. And I'd say the biggest success is this Men's Day that I spoke of earlier. It's this event where I get, I heard this term the other day, more bloke than woke, right? And I think that really who I work with are men who are more bloke than woke. And that's really where a lot of the transformation needs to happen is with the blokes, right? The woke have the language, they're around the people, there's the progressive nature of their circumstance that allows them to work on themselves. But blokes in their rigidity find it hard to access the language, to access self-help, mostly because their bloke mates don't. They don't share, there's no commonality there. And so Men's Day is the space where on the surface, it looks quite cool, like breath work and ice baths and hit sessions and whatever you. And they come under the auspices of, oh, that looks cool, you know. But what they get is deep and profound, meaningful connection where they really, really get to see other men, complete strangers. And to the point where at the end of the day, these complete strangers are hugging each other in tears, saying, I love you. And it's, okay, again, I got goosebumps going up everywhere now. But there's no, I mean, that, you know, just the fact that I can get goosebumps from something that I've created. And to say that I've created it makes it, I guess, dumbs it down a bit. Something that we as a collective create. There's nothing better. Honestly, there's no greater success than helping men take on a path of self-enlightenment, really. We might not ever get there. I might not ever get to a point of self-enlightenment, but it's the fact that we're choosing to take that step. So, I mean, I can go on, but that really is ultimately the success.
Wow. And if I can ask you just a continuous question on that, what is the I want to say anthem, but that's not the right word. So please excuse me for not a right vocabulary. But what will be the sentence that you will give any gentleman that is like a little bit fearful of joining your Men's Day? What would you tell that person?
I think I'd say anything you try to do for the first time is going to be awkward, right? Anything that you try to do that is different to what you currently do is going to come across, it's going to feel like, I mean, your habits are going to warrant you not to do that, right? Because it's not part of your habit, right? And what I would say to someone who was skeptical, critical even, of Men's Day or stepping into the world of personal development is I think for starters, I'd probably ask them the question, if you maintain the course that you are on right now, right? No self-development, no working yourself, no consciousness, no awareness, no nothing. If you maintain that course and you keep on doing whatever it is that you're doing, are you satisfied with the end result? Are you satisfied with whatever the result that is when you're on your deathbed? Because I can almost guarantee you that invariably it isn't. Because until we start to develop a connection with ourselves, the most important of all connections, and that's what we do, then your outward goal seeking, money fulfilling, job hunt, like all of those extrinsic things, ultimately they're not going to leave you at your deathbed feeling like that was a life worth living. And I'd probably, you know what, this is in part what I would love to say to every man, but if I really wanted to get them to come, I might park the seriousness of it all, and I would say it's 6 hours. It's 6 hours. And I can guarantee you this: you won't look at your phone, you're not going to drink a beer, and you will definitely leave feeling well. That's the minimum guarantee. You will feel just well. And that's my minimum guarantee. And if that's not for you, then it might be in the future. So just, it's good that you know that I'm here.
You are truly amazing, and please keep on doing what you're doing. I want to quickly bring up one of our beautiful people that have given us a comment, and it is, let me just, why is it Sharon? So Sharon, I'm going to book a meeting with you next week because he is going to be also an amazing guest coming through soon. So thank you so much for say family. Yes, we are on the Diamond Beauties and Tanzanite, a family. So thank you so much for that. My beautiful Mary, I would love you to talk a little bit about your century court that you have done, where you helping with a century touch environment. Can you please tell us how your vision came about, and how is that experience for visual impaired children? Thank you.
Oh, yes, I'd be happy to talk about that. So it was about 2011, and I was just at a conference for the visually impaired, for teachers, parents, students, and whatnot. And I just had one of those encounters that you think might just be chance, or is it more? Well, it was more. After this encounter with this mother who had a child who was very tactile defensive, he didn't want to touch anything. In fact, the early interventionist would come into the house and he would sit and cry. And she was worried about the educational gap getting larger and larger. And so she started a garden in her backyard. And I was just like immersed in this conversation. It was just so lovely because I thought, my gosh, and she told me her son did not want to do anything with that garden. He didn't want to touch, taste, pick, smell, none of that. And so she just exposed him to it every day. And eventually he started to touch and taste. And he started working with the early interventionists that would come into their home. And that gap was getting smaller and smaller. And I left that conference. And on my flight home, I just had this spark inside my heart. And I just knew that I was supposed to do something to help others with all abilities. Not just the visually impaired, but autism and regular ed kids, severe and profound. I mean, you name it. So I had this vision in my head, and I'm not an artist like you, Sanet, but I said to my husband, is there anybody that can draw this for me? Because nobody's understanding what I want to have in this area of space. And I took it through the school board. It's actually in our school district right now. It's around 3,000 square foot space. It's called the Sensory Courtyard. And we're just about ready to reopen. We had some construction going on and whatnot. And I know that it is helping all of those, even without disabilities, come there on a daily basis or a regular basis, because when they're in that environment that is safe, it's fun, it's nurturing, it's in an uncontrolled environment, so they get to do what they want to do, and they get to touch all these different things and turn on pieces of equipment and whatnot. They don't realize that they're learning something, and all those things that might alleviate some of those conditions that they might have, like not wanting to touch, it actually follows them into their other environments. So then they start performing more in the classroom. And it's just to get those notes and letters from families saying that you helped my child means the world to me. It was a God project. It wasn't me. It was God. He brought all the resources that were needed to make it happen.
Wow,
I give
that's
him the glory.
incredible. That's incredible. So I'm busy reading your book because I promise you I will be doing a forward for you for your book.
Bless you.
May I just ask, thank you. May I ask you one question? Can you tell us your donor, how incredible that your the donor that was in Germany? Can you just tell us shortly about that story?
Yes. So it came time where I was in remission. We needed to find a donor to save my life because this was my second time we needed to have a stem cell transplant. My son was not a good enough match, and my brother wasn't either. So they searched nationwide, couldn't find anybody. I was getting very nervous because we needed to keep me in remission. And so they looked worldwide, and it seemed like an eternity, but they found 10 out of 10 matches. And the one that they chose happened to be my perfect match. It was a male who was 48 years old, and at the time, he's still with us. But they found him in a village in Germany with 450 people living in it. Now, if you know Be the Match, you need to be between 18 years old and 40 years old to be in their registry. And it's a simple swab test in the cheek. You could save somebody's life. And then you're always in that registry. So you know that this man was in there for quite some time. So the God wink again, like I said, there was so many miracles that happened. He ended up giving me his stem cells. They flew him to Nebraska. They put him, inside me through like an IV. And it was the same day I was baptized as an infant. What are the odds out of 365 days that this new life would be on a day that I was baptized? And I thank this man in my heart all the time for saving my life. And 7 years later, almost August 22nd, it'll be 7 years since then. And I just pray I get to meet him one day and thank him in person.
That is incredible. Thank you for sharing that. So, my beautiful Dar, if I can go back to you, can you please tell the viewers out there how can they connect with you, and tell them a little bit about what you are, your maybe your book. You can show your book because I've got also your book here. And then how can the viewers out there connect to you? I have posted all your links in the side note here, but on the show notes and everywhere I've posted, all my guests, their link is in everywhere. So I'm going to quickly just mute. So there is like a back. Let me just see. Okay. So Dar, if you can just tell people how you are changing the world, and then how can people connect to you?
Okay. Well, they can connect with me, and you said it's on the live chat. It's on my Facebook page, Dar Geiger. So I'm on Facebook. I do not have a website. I do have email, and that if you want to put it in there, and I can, email would be another way to reach me. But I am the author of Reignite Your Joy, Let God Lead Your Dance Through Life. And I worked on this in 2020 during the COVID pandemic. And this seems like another God incidence. It's never coincidence that my nutrition business that I've been involved with for 20 years got cut down quite a bit. So I had a lot of time in my hands and prayed about what to do. And someone suggested that I write my life story. So it's my biography of going through what I was like when I was into addictions, primarily alcohol. So Ben, I appreciate your discussion about finding out without alcohol that you can have fun, right? And loss of two soulmates, my lifetime soulmate from seventh grade through 45 years of marriage was just very, very devastating for me, how I got through all of that. Breast cancer after that. And then having God speak to me on the radiation table while I'm being treated and telling me that I was his joy giver. And I was very humbled by that and asked me to share his love and his joy with as many people as possible. So that validated my writing the book 10 years later. That the breast cancer was in 2010. So anyway, it just all comes about. It's just a God story, God incidences and promptings and life circumstances, and then some prayer. Prayer is very, very powerful. Gratitude. I teach about that in my book, about 5 components that are very helpful in getting you through trials, and that's prayer, trusting God, taking action. Laughter is big, and gratitude is huge. Learning how to be grateful one day at a time, which is part of
Wow.
my program. So let's see, did I answer all your questions?
Yes, you did. Thank you so much, my beautiful Dor, my beautiful Andrea. Can you please tell the people how to get hold of you and how you are serving the world? You've got about 2 minutes and you're welcome to continue.
Okay, yes. So I am saving the world and changing the world by being the change that I want to see, as they say. So, what I'm asking, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So what I am doing is I'm encouraging, I wrote a book as well, Victim to Victorious. That's my mother on the front panel and my family in the back. And it shares about the abuse and bullying that I've endured throughout my whole life. You know, life's adversities helps you create your own identity. Anything you've gone through gives you the certification and permission to help others overcome it and achieve it too. And as Ben and Mary and Dar and Sanet, you have said, life is a game. You can be a spectator, you can be a team player. And that is the essence of my company, Press Play, Plan Life According to You, LLC. You could be connected at andreamasons.com and email me with this video link, Joy, and I'd be more than happy to gift you 30 minutes complimentary discovery call. I am truly grateful, and it is all about the essence of the journey of your own, embracing it, embodying it, because we are all piece of the puzzle, and anything that is, they say, my coach Les Brown says, coincidences are God's way of being anonymous. So thank you so much. It is really amazing and powerful. And there's no such thing as perfection, just constant steps towards progression. Back to you.
Wow, you are amazing. I've got goosebumps and I don't know where I put my glasses, but here it is. I got it. I got it. You are amazing, my beautiful Andrea, my beautiful Ben. Can you please tell everyone how to get connected to you and how you can serve them? You've got 2 minutes, and then it's Mary's turn before I'm gonna ask you to have a dance with me.
Site is somewhere here. Ben, www.coachben.me. You can find me on Instagram at coachben.me. And I mean, those are really the 2 places you find me. I get the sense that Sanet's a bit time pressed, so I won't hog up too much space. One offering: if you do know a man and you feel like that man is a bloke and they want to take a step towards working on themselves, just send them my website. If it resonates with them, they can make a decision for themselves.
Wow, I loved it, Ben. Thank you so much. You are amazing. Please keep on doing what you are doing. My beautiful Mary, can you please tell the viewers how to get hold of you and what specialty you are showing the world? Thank you.
Yes, you can get a hold of me with kaleidoscopeenergy.com. It's a website, and that's Kale, IDO, scope, energy.com. A lot of people have a hard time spelling it, but I have news. So I just became certified as a healing touch practitioner. I was a healing touch practitioner before, but I just got all the paperwork done and found out that I was certified. So I'm excited. And I'm a Reiki master teacher, and I dabble in other things as well. And of course, I'm still teaching because I do love teaching students. I love helping anybody in any way. So.
Wow,
Did I
amazing.
answer
Thank you.
that?
Yes, you did. Thank you so much. And my beautiful Andrea, you went through Facebook and you put your details in there. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts, my beautiful ones. So, my beautiful viewers, I hope that you had an amazing time with us and you felt the joy through the screen. And just like Ben is stretching, that's what I love to do when I wake up. I will say, thank you, my beautiful Lord, for another day to love and be loved. And then I will stretch. And it's so wonderful to be able to do that. So, my beautiful viewers, I hope that you had a joyful session with us. And then my beautiful diamond beauties and Tanzanite heroes, please comment in the group how the show was. Give the ladies some love from your side. And Ben is going to join the Tanzanite heroes. So, gentlemen, you are also welcome to give comments to Ben when he joined the group. So, my beautiful ones, I want to say, please look after yourself. Smile often, and I cannot say keep on dancing because I have to ask a question. So, my beautiful Ben, my beautiful Dar, Andrea, and Mary, will you have a dance with me?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
My beautiful viewers out there, will you have a dance with us? They said yes. They said yes. Here we go.
Walking on sunshine or dancing in the rain. Sprinkle me with fairy dust so I can fly away. Smiling at a moonbeam or squinting in the sun.
Go, Ben.
Sprinkle me
Go,
with
Ben.
fairy dust and cover me with love. From butterflies to eagles, oh, there's magic in that flight.
Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye.
Sprinkle